Hey everyone, so is the iPad 9 worth it in my opinion? And of course the short answer here is yes, it is worth it. Right now it is on sale here in the US for 270 bucks, at least at Best Buy. For $270, this thing is a really nice device. Uh, Especially if you like the old way, the old look here. Where you still have the home button on the bottom, you still have these bigger bezels, which means you can actually hold onto it without touching the screen nicely. You have a more of a sleeker body to it. It just has that old school Apple look here. And you can still attach it to a keyboard as well, if you want to do that. And you do still have a headphone jack there as well, which is, I know some people do prefer that as well. This to me is still a very nice looking device. It's still a nice premium looking device. And as far as, we'll just say, budget tablets go, this is probably going to be the best one. And of course, it is more expensive than, say, Android budget tablets. But as far as Apple is concerned, this is their budget tablet still. They also have the iPad 10, of course, which is more money. So this is $270 right now. And it is, of course, still very much worth it. So I'll show you guys the speed here. History has not been deleted. But you guys can see, going to websites you've already been to, this thing is insanely fast. And we'll just do a quick Best Buy search here. I'll let that load in. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead, we'll hit venue SQ here. There we go. Make sure you actually hit it. So it is still very fast. It still has the A13 processor in it, which is still a very good processor. All this stuff will load in here pretty quick. So like for comparison, this is very close to the speed of my, for browsing speed at least, of my Samsung Tab S7 Plus, which was a lot more money than what this is. This is very, very close to it on speed. If we just do Apple's website here, hit learn more. So this thing is very much worth it. We'll get into a little bit of Roblox gaming in just a moment here. There's one thing that I will show off that I do not like about this. Well, a couple of things. But the base thing is going to be the speakers, because you have dual speakers, but they're both on the same side, which is on the bottom, which is a little bit on the annoying side. So like if we go into, we're going to Roblox first here though. We're not going to show the speakers. We'll show that off after this. Make sure that is down. So let's do a little bit of Roblox Royal High. This is a game that some budget tablets cannot even run at all. Even in the lowest graphics setting, we are in the max graphics setting here. And we'll go into Sunset Island here. So I know parents might be thinking about buying their kids a tablet for Roblox. This is definitely going to be one of the best ones as far as terms of playability versus how much you spend on it. Yes, you can get cheaper tablets from Android that can play Roblox okay, but not in max graphics. Except for maybe like the Samsung S6 Lite from 2022. So you guys see there's no issues here at all. The fire's not lit, so I cannot set myself on fire this time. You can see in the pool though, in a chair. But you can see there's really no issues. The water actually looks really nice and beautiful as well. You have all the nice fish life down here. There's really no lag. There's no lag at all. There's no slowdowns. There's nothing. It just plays the game very, very well. And any game I have tried to play, even using the screen recorder at the same time on Roblox, max graphics is able to do it. So it is perfect for that. You can do PUBG too. You'll have no issues with that. All right, I'm show off a little bit of PUBG here. I know this is a pretty graphical game. So I put it up to HDR and Ultra. I believe, yeah, Ultra HD is not, or UHD. I don't know what the difference is between UHD and Ultra HD. But those are not available yet. But HDR, ultra frame rate here. Just going to show off in this little starting area because I don't want to go into an actual game. But again, I did not, of course, change the settings. And there is no issue here. Like, even in very good graphics settings, you're not going to have issues with loading in. Not really have any lag. Unless the game itself has some lag from the server or something. But you can see just kind of run around here. And it just works. It just very much works. Alright, then we'll do, again, a speaker test here. And I just want to point out the two things I do not like about this tablet. One is with Apple in general, is because of the aspect ratio, which is very good for a lot of things, but not so much for, at least for YouTube watching. You have these giant black bars over here. They have somewhat made this better because you can now zoom in to make it filled, or you can actually zoom in more. But of course, when you zoom in, you lose a whole bunch of the outer side. So you don't get to see everything. I mean, you can see like you have a couple of these window bars here. Zoom to full, it gets rid of basically 2 windows. Or 1.5 windows, I guess. So that's one thing. That's with Apple in general. That's because of their aspect ratio, which again I love for certain things like web browsing, doing other things like gaming and stuff. It's really good for that. But for watching YouTube videos, not so much. And then that isn't such an issue though, because it's still a decent sized screen at 10.2 inches. So here's my volume up all the way. You can see it there. So this only has 2 speakers, which won't be such an issue. But they're both on the same side. As you can see down here, the other side does not have any. And if you were to get the iPad 10 or the Air, both of those have 1 speaker on both sides, so it makes it a little bit better. But we'll go ahead and do some royalty-free music here. So it does sound pretty good. It's coming out from one side. So especially doing some like gaming or something, where you want to be able to hear where enemies are coming from, this only gives it to you on one side. That is probably my biggest gripe with this tablet, and really about my only one, except for the aspect ratio when watching YouTube videos. Again, that one isn't such a bad thing. But all in all, this is a fantastic device and is one I highly recommend, especially if you like the old school look of the iPad where you have your home button still. I absolutely love my home button. But if you want the newest look, you would have to get the iPad 10 or Air and then spend more money. As the iPad 10 is right now on sale here in the US for $400. Again, this is down to $270, so you're spending $130. And it really isn't a whole lot of difference in terms of speed from what I've noticed. Again, this thing is fantastic. It's really good for gaming. It's really good for web browsing. It's decent for watching videos, as long as you do not mind speakers coming on the same side. But of course, you do also have the headphone jack if you want to do that. So, again, I love this thing. I've actually been using this more than my Samsung Tab S7 Plus because it is better than that tablet in some ways. And of course, it's a little bit worse in other ways. But in terms of power, it's actually rather close to that tablet, which is crazy. You all let me know what you think. Again, in my opinion, yes, this tablet is very much worth buying, especially for $270 right now. Even at normally $330, I think it's still a good tablet. But $270, it's a fantastic deal. You all let me know what you think, though. Thank you all for watching. As always, I really do appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.